Yeah, my learning from the game today is, of course, we were expecting a tough game again because Man United didn't concede a lot of goals in the league since the beginning, and they have a really good defensive organization. Um, it's really good in terms of results, but in terms of performance today, we didn't play the best football from the beginning of the season, for sure, in possession of the ball. But when you analyze the game, I think in build-up phases and creation phases, we were not able to keep the ball. And I would like my team to be able to hold the ball more than today. But we created a lot of chances again today. I think we were not clinical enough, not efficient enough, and when you are not able to score the second goal in this type of game, you just leave the door a little bit open for the opposition. And I think this is what happened again today. It reminds me the game against Aston Villa, the first game in the season. And but again, we were able to have this clean sheet, a little bit lucky at the end when Melvin Malak hit the crossbar. But we worked hard as a team to make sure we had this clean sheet and the 3 points.
Kit next, and then man at the back, please.
Yeah. Hi, Sandi.
Yeah, sorry. Hi.
Yeah. You kind of touched on it there, like Chelsea, you did have a lot of possession, especially in the first half. Do you think you did create enough with the amount of possession you had?
No, I told you, like, I think in build-up phases and creation phase, we were not patient enough sometimes. I think we gave the ball away too much in this game. I think, and I don't want to find any excuses, but I think the wind today was part also of our performance. That's never easy. I think that's the worst element when you play football, to have this windy weather. So yeah, I think it didn't help, but it was for both teams. So, but especially when you have a team and you want to create and have the possession of the ball, the wind is an element which is really causing troubles for our team. But still, I think we need to progress. And as I said in my first answer, I think the good point is we are winning games and getting a lot of points, but we still have a lot of improvement, especially when we are in possession of the ball, being able to hold the ball more under pressure. So this is something we have been working, and we want to work really hard to make sure for the next steps and the next games we will be able to do a better job.
And what did you make kind of Man United's performance and system? Because obviously, last week when you played Man City and they dominated the ball, today you dominated the ball. Kind of, yeah, what's distinct about how Manchester United play from having now faced them?
As I said, I think they are happy not to have the ball all the time during the game. When they are out of possession, I think they are happy and they have a good shape and organization defensively. I think maybe today they were trying to exploit on the transition and the long balls behind the back line, which we know it's something we have to be aware, because when we have the ball we are really open and gives the opposition the opportunity to exploit that. So I think I was expecting that from them. They were trying, but I think they, because also we had a great game defensively, they were not able to cause us a lot of trouble, even if at the end again mentally, when you leave the door open, the opposition just believes in their chances, and they just try to exploit them. So it was the last 5 minutes maybe a little bit difficult for us, but I think if you look at all the game, we were able to manage and control almost all the game. The only thing, we couldn't score more.
Thank you for waiting. Yeah.
So in the last 8 days, you beat both Manchester clubs, City last week and now United. Both came unbeaten coming to face you. So how do these two results affect your team? What do they mean for your team in terms of your other chances?
It's always good, when you have the opportunity to face different teams and the teams who are performing in the league, to just beat them mentally, psychologically also. I think at the moment, as I said, that's really important because we are leading the league, and we extended our lead by 5 points, and I think that's really good in terms of confidence. But the reality is, like, even if we beat Man City, Arsenal, and Man United, we didn't win anything yet. So we just need to keep the good balance between having the confidence from getting these good results against the best team in the league, but also making sure we just keep our mentality to work hard, and making sure we analyze in the right way our performances, to just work on what we need to work to make sure we maintain that run.
Sandra next, please, then Aisha. Thank you.
You kind of answered the question. I was going to ask you about psychological edge, but I suppose I'm going to ask about the fact that you're the only side now unbeaten. How important is it that is having that in terms of when you face the other teams below City and Arsenal and United as well? That's the ones that might potentially throw banana skin your way.
That's good in terms of confidence. I think shows my players we are a hard team to beat, and I think it's good. But most importantly, I think it's better to analyze the performances. I think having this last month, we had the opportunity to face Man City, Man United, and Champions League games. We were able not to concede goals, and I think it's something who shows we are strong as a team. So it's really important, because mentally, when the teams are coming and facing us, they know they have to have the best performance to make sure they just get the good result. So that's good in that point. But again, my main focus is not like on the fact we have been unbeaten. It's not on the fact like we are in a good run and we won every single game. It's game by game, what ingredients do we make in the games to make sure we have a lot of chances to win the game.
And we saw that Sandi Baltimore got player of the match. How important is it to have her versatility, given the kind of the role she's been fulfilling outside of what she normally does as a forward striker?
Yeah. I know Sandi since a long time. We have been facing each other when I was in Lyon and she was in PSG, even with the younger teams. She's really versatile. She's able to play in different positions, but I think also her playing as a fullback in the left side, I think it's something really good, because she's really technical. She's able to hold the ball under pressure, and when she starts from lower on the pitch, she has the speed to go dribbling 1v1. She has a left foot who is a really high performance left foot. She's able to cross, to come inside, shoot with the right. So she has a lot of quality, and having the opportunity to have her in different positions, it's good for me as a manager and for the team. But also I made that decision because we had Niamh Charles, who was injured, and after the international break she will be coming in the squad again. So we'll see how we manage that.
Aisha.
Hi Sonia.
Hi.
It might not have been the most convincing win that you just touched on, but does it matter when you're winning and keep winning?
No, I mean, like, I wouldn't say it doesn't matter, because I'm really focused on how we perform, and the performance is really important for me. But of course, when you analyze a game, you have the results and the performance. I think in terms of results, we could have dreamt about something else. It's a perfect start, and we had, again, 100% record wins in the block 2. So, yeah, it's really good. But again, if you balance that with the fact we didn't win anything yet, it's important to stay in mind with the reality. But in terms of performance, like today, I'm not really happy with the performance we had. I was hoping us to be able to hold more the ball and being more efficient in front of the goal. So yeah, that's two big points. If you want to make sure you keep your good run and you want to perform against the best teams, you have to improve in that 2 points.
That was maybe going to be my next question. What do you think is the thing you really want to work on in the break now?
We have been working on that, but we will continue, especially being able in possession of the ball under pressure to hold the ball more and find the right spaces, and having the opportunity to have players who are able on the 1v1 man marking to win the situation. It's about giving the players confidence. It's about taking some risks. I think you just saw, like, from our last games, even when the player tries and lose the ball in a bad situation, I never react negatively. I always try to encourage them to try again, and I think that's about them trying again, having the confidence, because when you play against the best teams, you have to be able to hold the ball a little bit more than we did today.
Thank you.
One from the back. Thank you.
So we saw Anik Nauman in a training video on Chelsea's social media this week. I was just wondering if there's an injury update, especially with Khadija Buchanan being a long-term injury.
Nick is practicing with us, not full time. She had actually the Friday's training session almost no more, but we had kind of a context where she was not engaging in drills. I think we still will have to wait for January to see her back on the pitch, maybe full practice with the team and maybe getting some minutes with the pro team.
Jesse.
Hey, Sonia.
Hey.
Obviously, Bishan just mentioned Khadija Buchanan was a big loss, but Natalie Bjorn's come in, paired up with Billy Bright, and you kept clean sheets against City United. How hard has it been having that partnership come together, and how important has it been for those two to help at the back?
Sometimes the most difficult is to keep your players happy, because they are all competitive players, international players, and they will all want to play, which is the good mindset. I tell them every time, I don't expect you to be sitting on the bench and be happy with this situation. That's okay for you to be frustrated not being starting games or not playing. And sometimes it's just difficult for me as a manager, because of course we started the season and Millie and Kadaisha were performing well, but doesn't mean Nat is not performing. It's just sometimes you make some decisions and you can only start 11 players. But the main thing for me was making sure Nat was staying confident, and she also had the opportunity to play in different games depending on the game plan and the opposition. But the main thing in that situation is to make sure I keep a good communication with the players, just to keep them confident, and as soon as they have the opportunity to show, they need to take the opportunity, and I think Nat just showed that, which is good. Because as I said, if you want to win titles, if you want to win games all through the season, you will have to have everyone available and everyone on board with my game model, my game plan, and all the games.
And before the last international break, we spoke about your game model, and you said you were still adjusting to the WSL, and there were maybe still some adjustments you needed to make. I just wondered, as we head into this one coming up, how do you feel like this period's gone for you as you adjust to the league?
I have to say, maybe from my perfect vision of the game model, we are still not yet at what I want, but that's normal. Takes a lot of time. I'm quite happy with the defensive stuff out of possession. I think we showed against Man City, especially a really great performance, and the high intensity we need to put in the game to make sure we cause some troubles to the team. In possession again, I'm there is room for improvement, and I think we need to do better, especially if we want to control the game and be a dominant team in the league.
Any more?
When you're sitting at
I
home,
knew you were going to ask one. I could see your eyes.
when you're sitting at home, in the evening time, the kids are asleep, and you're relaxing. You're in front of the telly.
Yeah.
Put it up on the table, glass of wine. Put your iPhone out there. You're looking at the table. You're looking at the fixture lists. Are you looking and thinking at the date when you think you might be able to win the title? Should you progress in comparison to how you've been playing at the moment? When you're off time, when you're relaxing.
First of all, that's not the way I relax home. I'm going to give you some details. I don't have a glass of wine. I only have water, maybe some cheese. Cheese. I'm a cheese person. I rarely watch TV, and when I'm home, I don't watch a lot of my phone. So I don't reflect. Okay. No, I'm joking. No. So no, of course, feels good. feels good to have these points, being leading the league and having 5 points ahead of everyone give us comfort. But I'm someone who really looks at room for improvement. So it's good because I think the situation brings us and brings me a lot of confidence, and that's always a better environment to work when you have the confidence. But as a manager, I always look, and it comes from my education. Remember, Lydia, when my dad came and we had the game against Celtic or Man City,
yeah.
and you were asking him like, what do you think about the game? And he was looking at the negative things, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's the way I grew up. And I think it's not saying like I always look at the negatives, but I always make sure we work on the things we need to work to make the room for improvement. And even if it's a really comfortable situation, being sitting at home, kind of enjoying the run we had and the points we had in the league, I'm always in the next step, the next thinking, and I'm already like, I know exactly what we have to be doing for the next 4 games. So the international break will be again the opportunity for us to sit down with the staff, with the club, and reflect on everything. But also we already know what we need to achieve by the end of the season, the year, and the next 4 games.
So middle March then.
Yeah, middle March. Yeah, we can say that.
Jane, please.
I know you talk about the importance of the players' confidence, but how do you make sure that they don't become overconfident?
I think you can feel that from your group, your squad. I have the experience enough being a player and now a manager. I was working before in an environment where the club had won a lot of titles. So I think I can feel that, and it's maybe one of my strengths, being able to observe and see how I need to manage my group and my squad. I have to say, here in Chelsea, the players don't get overconfident, and they just have the right mentality. They want to work hard, and I think I'm quite happy with their mentality. And if it's the case sometimes with the squad or with some individuals, I will make sure, I will talk to them and tell them or make them realize how they need to behave to achieve the goals.
Any more for any more? Paul, you haven't got another one?